had intended to include the National Police Service as part of the forces. To say so explicitly under Article 240 sub-Article 8 of the Constitution. Madam Speaker, we cannot afford to do what we are trying to do currently, of circumventing the Constitution and the law. In fact, the National Police Service, as established under Article 243 and 245 of the Constitution, is under the command of the Inspector General of Police. It is not under the command of the President or any other person. The Commander-in-Chief of the Kenya Defense Forces is not the commander of the National Police Service. That is my submission. And you can challenge me. So it was not the intention of the makers of our Constitution. And Honorable Tinda Molo is here. He will help us. Because he was a member of the committee of experts that drafted our Constitution. It was not the intention of the draft of the Constitution, nor was it the intention of Kenyans when they promulgated this Constitution.
So you seem to have a point of order?
Yes.
Okay, you'll come after leader.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. You know, the leader of minority has asked us to challenge him. And Honorable Speaker, is also good to state matters of fact in line with our standing orders. Honorable Speaker, the leader of minority is clearly misreading and misinterpreting the Constitution, because if you read Article 248 of the Constitution that provides that the National Security Council, with the approval of Parliament, which is the basis of this motion, Honorable Speaker, may deploy the national forces of Kenya for regional and international peace support operations or other support operations. Honorable Speaker, if you read Article 242, the Constitution of the Security Council, the Council consists of, amongst others, and I'll go straight to I, the Inspector General of the National Police Service. And therefore, you cannot argue that the National Security Council, or that is involved with the deployment of forces and request with the approval of Parliament, does not constitute the National Police Service. Because it is right there in the Constitution, Honorable Speaker, 242H, I, Honorable Speaker, including the National Intelligence Service, for that matter. So even if you are to deploy National Intelligence Service officers, that is part of the National Security Council.
How I wish my colleague did not interrupt me. Because he has clearly not added any value to the debate.
He has assisted you.
Because if you look at the composition of the National Security Council, it also has civilians in it, including the Cabinet Secretary for Foreign Affairs. So are you saying Foreign Affairs staff are members of the Defense Forces? Are you saying we can deploy Foreign Affairs staffers, Ministry of Foreign Affairs staffers to Haiti to maintain security? It doesn't add. It doesn't follow. It doesn't matter who is a member of the National Security Council. What is important is what constitutes
a point of order. I'll still give you time. Don't worry. You have sufficient time, and we shall add you a minute or so for the interruption. Honorable Russo.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I stand under Standing Order number 91. I think from the floor of this House, the leader of minority should not mislead the nation and this House. For him to stand there and purport that the President is not the commander of the National Police Service, then the word Commander-in-Chief simply means that all those who are armed, whether the Kenya Defense Forces, the National Police Service, the Prison Service, actually come under the President of the Republic of Kenya. That is what he has been given, or she, by the Constitution. Honorable Speaker, it is okay for the leader of minority to make a statement, but let him not be allowed to mislead the House and the nation. Thank you.
Proceed. Now you have been properly guided.
Anyway, you know, in this world, wonders will never cease. You know, the Constitution is so clear. I don't want to belabor the point, really, because I think even my colleagues on the other side are clearly agreeing with me, even though they may not say so loudly.